learners, I am Dr. Manuradha Chaudhary, Assistant Professor at Center of Russian Studies, Jawaharlal Nehru University. I welcome you all to this course, Basics of Russian Communication Skills. The objective of this module is to make you understand the basics of Russian grammar. Today, in this module, first we will read the text in Russian, Российская государственная библиотека. Then I will translate the whole text in English. Further, the text will be analyzed from the point of view of grammar. At the end, on the basis of the text, some questions will be discussed. Here in this module, we will also focus on the reflexive verbs. In this text, we will also focus on the usage of genitive case. Now I am going to read the text, and the text is taken from the Russian textbook Essential Russian, written by Professor Abhay Maurya. Title of the text is Российская государственная библиотека. В центре Москвы на Маховой улице находится самая крупная библиотека России. Российская государственная библиотека. Библиотека имеет два здания. Старое здание библиотеки – замечательный памятник русской архитектуры XVII века. Автор проекта – известный русский архитектор Василий Иванович Баженов. Рядом находится новое здание библиотеки, которое построили советские архитекторы. Библиотека открылась в 1862 году. Сначала в ней было около 1000 книг и один читальный зал на 20 мест. Библиотека работала 4 часа в неделю. Теперь Российская государственная библиотека – одна из самых крупных библиотек страны. В ней 30 миллионов книг, журналов, газет. В библиотеке 23 читальных зала. Каждый день здесь могут заниматься приблизительно 10 000 человек. Библиотека работает 13 часов в день, то есть с 9 часов утра до 10 часов вечера. Российская государственная библиотека – важный культурный и научный центр России. Dear learners, now I am translating the text into English. The Russian State Library, the largest library of Russia, is located in the center of Moscow on the Makhovaya Street. The library has two buildings. The old library building is a wonderful monument of Russian architecture of the 17th century. The author of the project is the famous Russian architect Vasily Ivanovich Bazhenov. The new library building is nearby, which was built by Soviet architects. The library was opened or established in 1862. At first or initially, it had about 1000 books and one reading room having 20 seats. The library worked 4 hours in a week. Now, the Russian State Library is one of the largest libraries in the country. It has 30 million books, magazines, newspapers. The library has 23 reading rooms. Approximately 10,000 people can study here every day. The library runs 13 hours in a day, that is from 9 o'clock in the morning to 10 o'clock in the evening. the Russian State Library is an important cultural and scientific center of Russia. Dear learners, now I am going to discuss the new vocabulary. In this text, we have a lot of new words. Let's know their meaning in English. Krupny. Krupny is an adjective and it means huge, large or major. Depending on the context, you have to select the meaning. Biblia Checa. Although you must be knowing the meaning of Biblia Checa, but once again I am discussing it. Biblia Checa means library. Biblia Checa, library. Biblia Checa is a feminine gender noun. Okay. Architector. Architector means architect. Architect, or you can say master builder. Gasudarstvenny. The next adjective is Gasudarstvenny. Gasudarstvenny means state, or you can say government. You can use depending on the context. Next word is Zamicha Chelny. Zamicha Chelny, that means remarkable, splendid, wonderful, outstanding. Next, Izvestny. Izvestny means known, or you can say well known, famous or popular. Again, you have to select depending on the context. Prayekt. Prayekt means design, plan, project, scheme. But in this text, we are using project. Sovietsky. Sovietsky means Soviet. It's an adjective, Soviet. You must be knowing Sovietsky Soyuz. Sovietsky Soyuz, so the Soviet Union. Sovetskaya Vlast. Sovetskaya Vlast means the Soviet power, or you can say the Soviet rule. Next word is Kulturny. Kulturny means cultural. Nauchny. Nauchny, scientific. Next word, Chitalny Zal. Chitalny Zal, from the verb chitaj, Chitalny, it's an adjective. Zal, Zal is hall. So, reading hall or reading room. Next word is Približitelna. Približitelna, approximately, roughly or around. Now we will conjugate new verbs of this text. The first verb is stroich, and perfective aspect of stroich is pastroich. That means to build or to construct, and it answers to the question что. Now I am conjugating the verb stroich in present. Conjugation of the perfective verb pastroich will be same as of the imperfective verb stroich. While conjugating pastroich, you have to add prefix per with stroich, and you will get conjugation of pastroich. So now I am conjugating stroich. Ya stroju. That means I build. Ty stroish. You build. On, ana, ano, stroit. He, she or it builds. Me, stroim. We build. We stroiche. You build. Ani stroyat. They build. Dear learners, again I am reminding you that verbs in present forms are conjugated or changes for person and number. However, in the past tense, verbs do not change for person. They change only for number and gender. So now I am conjugating the verb stroich in past. Ya ti on stroil for masculine gender, and the translation will be ya stroil I built, ti stroil you built, on stroil he built. Ya ti ana stroila for feminine gender. Ya stroila, I built. Ti stroila, you built. Ana stroila, she built. Mi, vi, ani stroili for plural. That means mi stroili, we built. Vi stroili, you built. Ani stroili, they built. Now the next verb is atkrivach, which is an imperfective verb, and the perfective aspect is atkrich, that means to open. So first I am conjugating the verb atkrivach. Ya atkrivayu, I am conjugating in present here. Ya atkrivayu, I open. Ti atkrivaish, you open. On ana atkrivayet, he or she opens. Mi atkrivaim, we open. Vi atkrivaiche, you open. Ani atkrivayut, they open. And in the past, ya ti on atkrival for masculine gender. Ya atkrival, I opened. Ti atkrival, you opened. On atkrival, he opened for masculine gender. Ya ti ana atkrivala. Atkrivala, feminine for feminine gender. Ya atkrivala, I opened. Ti atkrivala, you opened. Ana atkrivala, she opened. Next, mi, vi, ani atkrivali for plural. Mi atkrivali, we opened. Vi atkrivali, you opened. Ani atkrivali, they opened. And its imperfective verb is atkrij. Ya, conjugation in present, indicates future tense. Please remember, because it is a perfective aspect of the verb atkrivach. Ya atkroyu, I will open. Ti atkroyesh, you will open. On ana atkroyet, he or she will open. Mi atkroem, we will open. Vi atkroiche, you will open. Ani atkroyut, they will open. And conjugation in past is ya ti on atkril for masculine gender. Ya atkril, I opened. Ti atkril, you opened. On atkril, he opened. Ya ti ana atkrila for feminine gender. Ya atkrila, I opened. Ti atkrila, you opened. Ana atkrila, she opened for feminine gender. Mi, vi, ani atkrili for plural. Mi atkrili, we opened. Vi atkrili, you opened. Ani atkrili, they opened. Now I am taking the verb atkritsa. Its imperfective aspect is atkrivatsya. Atkritsa is a reflexive verb. I'll explain you what are reflexive verb in the next slide. Ya atkroyus means I will be open. Ti atkroishsya, you will be open. On ana atkroyetsya, he or she will be open. Mi atkroyimsya, we will be open. Vi atkroiches, you will be open. Ani atkroyutsya, they will be open. Generally, they are conjugated in third person singular and plural, as they are reflexive verbs. But with the first person and second person, they conjugate in second meaning or figuratively. Conjugation in past, yati on atkrilsya, he was open or it was opened. Yati ana atkrilas, she was open. Mi, vi, ani atkriles, ani atkriles, they were opened. So dear learners, while reading the text, you must have seen the verb atkritsya. Atkritsya is a reflexive verb. In Russian, Such verbs with ending sya are known as reflexive verbs. They denote action, the impact of which is reflected back on the subject itself or the doer of the action. In other words, subject is both a subject and an object, because subject is the doer of the action, at the same time recipient of the impact of its action. Reflexive verbs are always intransitive verbs, means direct object cannot be used after reflexive verbs. For example, dver atkrivayetsya, the door opens. In this sentence, dver is the subject as well as object. It is opening itself. No other doer of the action or subject is shown in the sentence. Dear learners, please remember that verbs atkrivaj and atkrich are transitive verbs and non-reflexive. They demand direct object after the verb. They answer to the question shto for inanimate nouns and kavo for animate nouns. These verbs take accusative case. For example, on atkrivayet dver, he is opening the door. In this sentence, you can see on is denoting the subject and dver is denoting the object. So, it is a transitive word because atkrivaj is demanding a direct object in this sentence. Dear learners, now once again we will translate the text and will analyze it from the point of view of grammar. Российская государственная библиотека, the Russian State Library. Российская библиотека is a feminine gender noun. So, Российский, государственный, both these adjectives are taking feminine gender ending. So, Российская государственная библиотека. And the translation is Russian State Library. В центре Москвы на Маховой улице находится самая крупная библиотека России, Российская государственная библиотека. The Russian State Library. In this sentence, I am shifting the Российская государственная библиотека into the beginning. The Russian State Library, largest library of Russia, is located in the center of Moscow at Makhovaya Street. Библиотека имеет два здания. The library has two buildings. In this sentence, the verb image is conjugating in third person singular. The verb image means to have and it answers to the question shto for inanimate nouns and kavo for animate nouns. The verb takes accusative case. It is transitive verb and it does not have any aspectual pair. Старое здание библиотеки замечательный памятник русской архитектуры XVII века. In this sentence, genitive case is used to denote the possession of something. Памятник in the word combination памятник русской архитектуры XVII века. Here you can see Russkaya architectura is taking genitive case for feminine gender and word combination XVII vek is changing in genitive case for masculine gender. So hence it is taking endings of genitive case for masculine gender. The old building of library is a wonderful monument of Russian architecture of the 17th century. The translation, again I am repeating, the old building of library is a wonderful monument of Russian architecture of the 17th century. Please remember Stare Zdania Biblioteki can also be translated as old library building. After proyekta известный русский архитектор Vasily Ivanovich Bazhinov. The author of the project is the famous Russian architect Vasily Ivanovich Bazhinov. Please remember, when we have initials in the Russian while reading the Russian text, either we drop the initials, either we will read only Bazhinov, or we should read the full forms of that. So here I am reading Vasily Ivanovich Bazhinov. Please remember Vasily Ivanovich Bazhinov. Рядом находится новое здание библиотеки, которое построили советские архитекторы. Nearby, рядом, nearby is the new library building. Находится новое здание библиотеки. Новое здание чего? Библиотеки. Genitive case. Which was, которое, which was built by Soviet architects. Которое is changing according to the здание. Библиотека открылась в 1862 году. The library was opened, or you can say established, in 1862. Открылась, открываться or открыться is a reflexive verb, and here it is denoting, you can see it's denoting subject as well as object. Сначала в ней было около 1000 книг и один читальный зал на 20 мест. First I am doing the translation. At first, initially, сначала can be translated at first or initially. It had, в ней, it had about 1000 books and one reading room with 20 seats. В ней is a pronoun in prepositional case, and for the word biblioteka, it's replacing verb biblioteke. Either you can say verb biblioteke or в ней была около. Около is a preposition and it takes genitive case. Тысячи, тысяча, 1000, again it's a number, so it is taking genitive case. So книга is taking genitive plural here, and similarly after the word 20 места, the word места is taking genitive plural, so it's become 20 мест. Please remember that after the prepositions like около, без, против, с, the, etc. and numbers, genitive case takes place always. Читальный зал, на, the preposition на, что. 20 is followed by genitive because number, it's denoting number. Here it is denoting number, so мест is taking plural form in genitive. Место is changing into мест. Библиотека работала 4 часа в неделю. The library worked for 4 hours a week. Earlier, they are talking about earlier. Библиотека работала только 4 часа в неделю. Here, in this sentence, time is represented in accusative case. So here we are using в неделю. Теперь Российская государственная библиотека одна из самых крупных библиотек страны. Теперь, I hope you remember, теперь means now. Сейчас means also now, but теперь we use when we compare two things or two times at two times. So in the previous paragraph we were discussing about the earlier time, and now in this paragraph we are discussing present. So теперь Российская государственная библиотека одна из самых крупных библиотек страны. Now the Russian State Library, Российская государственная библиотека, Russian State Library, одна из самых крупных библиотек страны. Одна is also takes genitive, is a preposition and it always takes genitive case. So Adna, one of the largest libraries in the country, is Sami Krupnik Bibliotek, genitive plural. Strana is taking again genitive of the country. В ней 30 миллионов книг, журналов, газет. В ней, in the library. So here it is replaced by the pronoun in prepositional case. It has 30 million books, magazines and newspapers. So after 30 million of, because of genitive case, because genitive case denotes number and they are followed by, genitive case denotes number also. So here 30 is followed by million of. Million is taking genitive plural. Kniga is changing into plural form in genitive case. Similarly, journal and gazeta also taking genitive plural forms. It has 30 million books, magazines and newspapers. Biblioteke 23 читальных зала. The library has 23 reading rooms. В библиотеке, in the library, 23. Number here we are, please remember, 23 читальных зала. Zala is taking genitive form. So, for example, один зал, 2-3, 4 зала и 5-6 залов. So here we are having 23. So zal is changing according to that in genitive case. So library has 23 reading rooms. Каждый день здесь могут заниматься приблизительно 10 тысяч человек. Приблизительно means approximately 10,000. 10 тысяч человек. Человек does not change. 10,000 people can study here every day. Библиотека работает 13 часов в день. То есть с 9 часов утра до 10 часов вечера. The library runs 13 hours per day. That is from 9 in the morning to the 10 o'clock in the evening. So please remember, один час, 2-3 4 часа, 5-6-7 или 10, 11, 12, 13 часов. So here 13 часов in genitive case. Okay, from 9 o'clock in the morning to 10 o'clock in the evening. Российская государственная библиотека – важный культурный и научный центр России. The Russian State Library, Российская государственная библиотека, важный культурный и научный центр чего? Genitive. Of Russia. The Russian State Library is an important cultural and scientific center of Russia. Now, based on the text, we will discuss some questions just to check whether you have understood the text or not. First question is, где находится Российская государственная библиотека? Where is Russian State Library situated? Российская государственная библиотека находится в центре Москвы на Маховой улице. The translation is, Russian State Library is situated in the center of Moscow at Makhovaya Street. The next question is, сколько зданий имеет Российская государственная библиотека? How many buildings have Russian State Library? Российская государственная библиотека имеет 2 здания. Russian State Library has 2 buildings. Next question is, кто построил новое здание библиотеки? Who built or constructed the new building of the library? Советские архитектуры Построили новое здание библиотеки. The Soviet architects constructed the new building of the library. Next question is, сколько часов раньше работала библиотека? For how many hours library worked earlier? Раньше библиотека работала только 4 часа в неделю. Library worked only 4 hours in a week earlier. Next question is, кто был архитектор старого здания библиотеки? Who was the architect of the old Russian building? Vasily Ivanovich Bajinov был архитектор старого здания библиотеки. Bajinov was the architect of the old library building. So today in this module we have covered the vocabulary related to the text Российская государственная библиотека. We have also covered different nouns and their usages in genitive case. In this text we have also covered expression of time. Apart from conjugation of new verbs in present and past tense, we have also covered concept of reflexive verbs. I hope concept covered in the module are clear to you. Please revise at home. Dear learners, by answering various questions of the verbs, you can make your own longer sentences. You can make your own story. The purpose here is not only of translation or getting acquainted with the vocabulary of the text, but by analyzing the text, the purpose is that you should be able to understand cases and be able to make your own sentences based on these constructions and use them in your own conversation. So, kindly revise the text and practice by making your own sentences at home. Thank you.